Okay, this is another in my series of I hate Shark appliances because they won't let me repair them or sell me parts. Last time we took apart a steam cleaner and we found like 1.5 or 2 inches of just what looked like ashes, mud, and it was soft and just finely sandy, and it was almost black, and then when you smeared it on white paper it dried gray. I assumed that had something to do with my water, so I assumed this is the reason why my floor steamer didn't work. There's no disassembly videos for this particular model on the internet yet. I'm sure there will be after today. This is Shark Steam Mop model SK460W. And there's a WM. I don't know what the WM one is, but this one's just SK460W. Disassembling this thing is a bitch. Had I known how to disassemble it properly from the start, I may have not lost my temper and started just digging in. So, at the top here is the key to getting it apart without breaking everything. I'm going to sort of put it back together for a minute here. The key is this stupid little ring right here. This is jammed onto this thing so tightly, and there's virtually no space in between here. If you took a putty knife to that, you would really tear it up. I ended up using an extremely sharp German steak knife to finally lift this off. So you have to do this, otherwise you're going to break the screw on this side, you're going to break the screw on that side. I'm sure they did it this way because they don't want us taking these apart. They really don't. You can tell by how many screws there are and how soft the screws are. Then, after that's done, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 screws underneath here. They're very, very small. They're all about that big. Tiny, tiny Phillips head. And if you dare to strip one of these, project over, buy a new one. You'll have to rip plastic apart. So I did finally get that far. But then in order to get these screws out, even my smallest Phillips head screwdriver, I could not get it straight. I could not get it straight into the screw because this stupid sponge handle is in the way. So I had to razor blade this off. Then I could get the screwdriver more parallel with these 4 screws. Then you can go ahead and take either side off, front or back. Usually people start where the problem is, so they take the back off because it's clogged, it's not making steam, or it's not making any noise. My pump was working, it was making the chugga sound. The heater was working because it got very, very warm down here, but it just would not put out steam. So, and something else I did that I found out it's really bad. Okay, a lot of people on the internet say, just throw some vinegar in the tank and turn it on. Or let it soak, turn it on in 24 hours, give the vinegar time to dissolve whatever sediments are in there. That's usually a really good piece of advice. And I took that to heart. So before I put this away, last time I used it, I poured some vinegar in the tank. Then when I pulled it out, maybe a month later, it didn't work. And then the first YouTube video I saw that day was, the vinegar idea, not such a good idea. So, vinegar is very, very, it can be very caustic to, like, things that are plated in chrome. It can, or like if you soak your painting putty knife, whatever, in vinegar overnight, it'll take the entire finish off, or like an axe or something. It allows you to refinish the thing, but vinegar should not stay in a machine for too long. Now, I don't see any damage from the vinegar, but boy, when I was blowing and sucking on some of these tubes, I could taste it. So I opened the back up. This is what people need to see. They need to see where all the parts are, where all the tubes go. So I can't take this tank out yet because I haven't disassembled it that far. But there's a circuit board under there, which seems to be in the way of the tank. No, it's not. Leave that circuit board alone. This is the heater. This gets hotter than hell. Oh my God. You have to be so careful with this. In one of the videos, it said that if you held your finger over this and turned it on, that it might cause so much pressure it would force any clog out. You can't put your finger here when the thing is on and running. So I used a silicone rubber spatula to try that idea. No go. So I started looking at the tubes. All right, what's going where and what's not working? Then I noticed, what the hell's in here? Look at this thing. What is in this tank? Has anybody noticed there's an alien in here? Look at that thing. Got a little bead on the end. It's clean and clear. So that's where the water actually comes up. It just bobbles around inside there. I didn't know that. And so the back side of that pipe is right here. That's also clear. So anyway, my clog was just above or below the pump. So this is the heater. Hey, Chihuahua. This is the pump. And now all the pump parts just fell out of it because I just picked it up. So the pump sits in here. Normally there's a piece of plastic across here, but I had gotten to the point of ridiculousness because my clog was either here or here. And I just could not get at it with this plastic here, and there were tubes attached to it, and it was just virtually impossible. So I went online to look for a new pump, one of these. Well, I can't find one. But you know what popped up? A brand new Shark steamer refurbished for less than $60 with free shipping. And I had already spent 4 hours trying to fix this thing. My time. It gets to a point where, hey, $60 is a bargain if you're fighting with one of these and you can't find parts or you can't exactly figure out what's wrong. $60 is a good deal. So I am able to get at the pump easily only because I Dremel tooled off this piece of plastic. Hold on, we got more tubes and stuff over here, and you're going to need some of these for the clamps on the hoses. Where's my Dremel tool? Dremel tool. So the pump was sitting in here, and a great piece of plastic across there, and there's no way to get it out. I don't know how they even got it in. So it's like a mystery. I think, yeah, this whole plate here would have to come off as well. That's a whole nother couple hours of bullshit screws. So I said, screw it. I said, zzz, zzz, and I pulled the mechanism out, and now I can turn it on, and I can see the pump, what it does, and all the springs inside, and I can even show it to you how it works. Pause you for a second while I plug this in. Okay. Power is on, but I've not turned it up yet. I've not cranked it up yet. Yes, I am holding a water pump in my hand with the electricity on. Do not do this at home. One tube goes here, one tube goes here, one tube goes here. This is the water coming in from the tank, coming down to here, and then into a little tiny tube, and then that tube eventually goes on to here. And then it shoots it out in 2 different directions. I haven't figured out which each direction is for. Why the water is going in 2 places. Is it mixing with the cleaning solution for one, and then the other one goes to the head? It could be. I don't use the cleaning solution with this. Let's just look at this pump. It's kind of fun. Okay, here we go. If I don't... Woo! If I don't lose the parts. Okay, what is this pump made of? Whoops! That's what it's made of right there. Let me turn it back off. Okay. This is fun to learn this stuff. Look at it, it's just a plastic rod with a spring inside. Just like on a ballpoint pen. There's a little spring inside. And this is just a magnet with electricity. It doesn't even have any windings. It's just an electromagnet. I don't know, maybe the windings are inside. I don't know anything about this stuff. I'm learning as I go. Now wait a minute. This goes this way. And then this, did I lose my spring already? No. And then this goes on top of the spring. Or am I missing a part? Did I mess up already? Okay, we really don't need this. This does nothing. This just has an O-ring and diverts the water out from the pump. We just want to look at the pump for a minute. Here we go. Turn power on. Yeah, okay, I'm missing a part. I'm missing the whole stupid piston thing. No, I don't know what these things are called. I didn't know that my inducer motor was called an inducer motor, but I still fixed my furnace. Okay, that's the little piston that goes on the spring. Woo! I'm going to lose my spring again. This bounces up and down inside there. Boing, 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 boing. That's all that is. And then this is positioned with the label up and the electricity on... Oh, who cares? Woo! There it goes. That's little tiny thing. And this is on low. And this eventually shoots your water in one side and out the other. Oh, it is on high. I was going to say, man, that thing is strong. That's low. Medium. Up and high. And this will shoot across the room if I let go. Woo! Look at that. Okay, that's a pump. Isn't that fascinating? Yeah, all these tubes and shit. Have no clue what this thing is yet, but it has to do with spritzing, getting the cleaning solution out the head. So maybe it's another sort of a pump. I don't use the cleaning solution. I don't know. I don't care. What I want to do is just show you what you're getting into if you open this up. And my problem seems to be at the end of the pump, this is clogged. And oh my God, the hole is so small. And there's something at the end of the hole. It looks like a head of a needle. I can't even describe to you how small this is. Or why a needle won't go through this hole. Where the hell's my needle? I lost it already. Oh God, don't step on it. Kitty, don't step on it. Well, I tried everything I could to unplug this and blow on it, suck on it, try and figure out how water goes through here, and I can't. So by that point, it was so disassembled, so many parts to put back together, so many frickin' screws. And I'm like, 60 bucks, I'm done. But just in case I ever have to do this again, I want a video. Oh, here goes all my pump parts. There's my pump spring, my little piston holder. Okay, that's the back. That's the tricky part. And this is the part you normally want to deal with. Or you hope that you could fix it from this end by playing with the... Ow! It is plugged in still. So even when it's off, the heater stays on. I just burned the crap out of my index finger touching that heater. I am unplugging it from the wall. Oh my God. Okay, that is really going to hurt in about, 10, 9, 8. blister now. And somebody actually said, hold your finger over that. Yeah, don't do that. Don't touch this thing at all. Be very careful. If you're going to touch it, find some silicone. Silicone kitchen utensils. Rubber scrapers are now made of high heat silicone. And just check your tubes. Take your tubes off. Blow on them. Suck on them. I don't care. Find the clog. Clean it out. Use vinegar. If you use vinegar, just be damn sure you rinse everything out. And of course, you all know how to get tubes off. You just close that, and you have to really yank the crap out of the tubes to get them off. And so I checked all my tubes. All my tubes are fine. My pathway is clear everywhere except for this stupid little piece of plastic right here. And the clog. I can't get water to go through here. This is where I gave up. I fought with this for an hour, and I just couldn't figure it out. It's just a hole, but there seems to be something else in there. If I had a really bright light, I could shine through it. It's almost like there's another spring in there, maybe? I don't know. But I'm at the point where I can't put it back together. I don't want to put it back together, and I already bought another one. So, for my future reference, this is where everything is. That's the side with the tank. This is the front. Oh, and I even took out the battery compartment thinking that Shark hid a screw on me. Shark loves hiding screws. On the steamer, we found one of the screws under the Shark label. Yeah, did you just love that company? They don't want you fixing me.